the technology paper by the internet. If you haven't had a chance to kind of install Google Chrome onto your iPhones yet, I encourage you to do that. Anybody with an Android phone, that's already part of the application. So, so I had a question a little bit earlier about, we're a national company, they're doing a lot with their website, trying to get found organically within Google. There is a separate database, the Google local database, which is disconnected from the organic search results. So another increased opportunity for you to get found. If you're doing some SEO for your website, you'll arrive organically, hopefully, on page 1 of Google. But here's another opportunity for you to kind of win some new eyeballs on your business, the products and the services. So Google has made a major effort to recognize local is valuable for the overall search strategy. Small businesses are the largest employer out there, so they have to take care of the small businesses. They want to make sure that at the end of the day, they're delivering the most valuable results to the searcher. So a typical search, if I was a mom and I had some toddlers and it was time to get the teeth checked out, I might do a search for pediatric dentists in Bucks County. So top of the page on Google, I'm going to ask you to maybe visualize this. You might end up with a couple of ads at the very top. It actually has a little green button there that says an ad. All right, people are buying those positions. All right, there used to be a day when folks were ignorant to what that was all about, and they used to get a lot more clicks than they do today. The vast majority of folks are actually choosing an organic listing or a local listing. I'm not sure if that's true with you here in the room, but most folks are. You recognize what that is. People are buying their way. Doesn't mean I wouldn't utilize some of those paid ads. If it helps me get to page 1 of Google, there's value there. If I'm out there today, I might use it to help me get there. Right underneath that paid advertising, if it's a local-based type of search, like I'm including a geographical tag, like Bucks County in this case, or there are a number of different searches that kind of define local, pediatric dentist. I don't want to go traveling to Idaho for a dentist if I'm in Bucks County. So it's all kind of built into the algorithm that I'm looking for a local solution to that problem. You're presented with this local directory. I'll call it the snack pack. All right, so it's a map listing, and they'll offer 3 different local solutions, and then a click more button right underneath those 3. If you only have so much real estate to kind of work with, they're trying to manage that property as best they possibly can. So being part of this snack pack has nothing to do with your website. You can add your website as a resource to that snack pack, but to get found in this, you have to go through a process of claiming your business. I'm going to help you here. For those that have not claimed their business yet, well, how many of the folks in the room believe they have already claimed their business on Google Local? Anybody believe they have not yet claimed their business? Okay. Here's an opportunity to do that here today if you'd like to. It's easy to kind of do that just by visiting google.com/business. So best place to start is to go to google.com/business, and you'll notice a big green button there that says Start Now. And they're going to ask you some very basic, simple questions. One of the first questions they're going to ask you is, what kind of business do you run? And they're trying to identify a category. Categories influence search results, probably the primary reason why. And then the next question they'll ask you is, what's the name of your business? They've already pre-populated this database with businesses that are here in the United States and spent a lot of good quality time doing that. If you don't find your business, you'll be prompted with a question, add a new business. All right, but if you find your business, claim that business there. The next question they'll ask, it's a local database. So they want to make sure that you have a physical address that's assigned to that. Even if you're working from home, you don't have to display that address. But if I want to get found in a regional area, I'm going to include my local address and just click the little button that says hide my address. I'm not a store, I don't want people coming knocking on my door, whatever it happens to be. And it's really to kind of populate a a service area. Speaking about service area, they'll ask you about your service area. How do you get your goods and services out to folks? Do they come to you? Do you deliver them via mail courier? You're trying to learn a little bit more information about your business. Or I always default to some type of radius. If I want to get found for a larger service area, I deliver goods and services, and I could identify up to a 100-mile radius of my particular business. All right. In my case, I chose 30 miles for this fictitious company called Chamber Marketing. And then I encourage everybody to include your phone. It would be a shame to go through this process and not include a phone number and a web address if you happen to have a web address as well. All right. In most cases, they'll go through a verification process, 9 times out of 10, via a postcard. They'll send a postcard to that physical location. So whatever location you included, make sure that there's a mailing address associated to that. And they'll send a postcard to your home with a little bit of a PIN number, allowing you to go back in and verify you're a legit type of company. They don't want people just to kind of claim anybody's business that shouldn't be. All right. So we've had an opportunity to kind of go through this process with Drew Mitchell over here. Drew Mitchell owns a company called the Chamonix Street Studios. We went through that process of verifying and loading up your business. Postcard came out, and we believe that maybe that first postcard may have gotten lost in the mail. It happens. So you just kind of dial back in and request a new postcard sent out. Took about how long?
Once I requested the second one, it was there within 5 days.
Okay. So 5 to 10 days. Normally, you could always request a new one within 3 weeks. You should be able to have a verification go there. And once you're given this verification, you'll have access to their dashboard. This is a brand new dashboard. The company has never been live yet. This is Drew's dashboard at the moment. I hope you don't mind. I'm showing off your new dashboard. I got his permission ahead of time. And along the left-hand side, there's some basic tabular navigation. So what are the tabs that I can access through this? Am I blocking you?
No, you're
okay. All right. So I can navigate along the left-hand side. Because it's a new dashboard, Google will prompt me to do certain things. They'll ask me to create posts, add some additional information, perhaps add some more photos. Photos are important. Or to create a name. All right. This dashboard will be organized a little bit differently for a more established type of company. So this is a more established type of company. I chose Growing Smiles for our example here. It's a client of mine, and I manage this dashboard for them. All right. We've been working on reviews for this company for a couple of years, and we're given an opportunity to reply to reviewers. In this case, Jared didn't give us any information. He just gave us a 5-star review and moved on with his day. So there really wasn't anything for us to reply to. But these, if I took action there, I'll be presented with other reviews, and I can reply to each one of those reviews. Sometimes if I have a 3-star review, I might post a reply. Sometimes I'll just say, thank you very much for that positive review. All right, if I have a 1-star review, I may not reply directly online. I might have to pick up the phone and say, Jerry, what happened? I don't know, I'm not sure what happened. Maybe let's have that conversation. All right, as you can see here, in a matter of a 28-day period, we had a little over almost 3,600 visitors came to this profile in 28 days. This is triple what we get to the website. So there's a lot of value to Google local listings here. Folks are finding it in maps and in search. One of the other things you're able to do with your Google local profiles, more of a newer feature. Last 8 months, Google rolled out our ability to create posts. They're calling them Google My Business posts. GMB represents Google My Business. So I can publish content, perhaps on my own website, include a little snippet of what that content reads, and maybe a picture to engage users to utilize that. And then also republish that on Google My Business. All right, giving me some more interaction with my website. Interactions are recognized as positive actions from Google. It helps with that ranking of who gets top position. If my profile is more active than my competitor's profile, that will change my ranking behavior. And in this case, all I'm doing is including maybe 30 words, a little snippet of what my post happens to be. You can include up to 300, all right? The photo is very important, I'll show you why in a moment. So having an engaging photo. I posted this lower one here on March 8th. In a matter of 2 weeks, we had 336 people engage with that post. It's a big number, all right? So we're a boy with a loose tooth. Every family has a child, they know what that's all about. And then another playful one for the next one. 336 people is a lot of people in a matter of 2 weeks. All right, the second post, and what I'm doing is the doctor is publishing on his own blog, and I'm just republishing a little bit of a snippet of that, trying to increase that activity. That little learn more button brings me right back to his blog post. So if you're interested in new information, that's called a backlink. And to get a backlink from the homepage of Google is valuable, especially if it's being utilized. Once you get access to your dashboard, I encourage you to fill out all of your information as completely as you possibly can. All right, and that's all positioned here. Some of it's used, some of it's not used. Name of the business, telephone number, website button. Sometimes I can make appointments online, hours of operation, maybe a little snippet of what you do. All of that information is available through the info section. Again, I mentioned only 17 words appear to users, so you don't have to put a lot of information there. All right, just kind of amplifies your business. So how important are business reviews? You put a lot of weight on that? You make decisions if you see reviews that are good or bad? Okay. Most people are. All right. So here's a little survey done by Bright Local. It happens every year around October time. In this case, they reached out to about 2,800 people, and they asked, do you read online reviews and help you determine is this business good or bad? 97% of the folks said, yes, I read online reviews. So therefore, I recommend reviews are good for all businesses. All right. The next question was, how do online customer reviews reviews influence my decision making? If I have positive reviews, does it influence my decision to use that business? 68% yes, up from last year, compared to last year. Do negative reviews influence my decision not to use a business? 40% said that is true for them. Down from last year. Most folks are actually kind of making a decision that, hey, some people get a little upset. It was a bad day. That doesn't mean they're not going to use a business because of that. When I search, it makes a difference on how information is being displayed. In this case, I did this search on Good Friday, holiday for some, 2:30 p.m., tough time of that day. All right, from my home in 19056. Google knows I'm searching for my home because I have Verizon as my modem, and it's going to a fiber box, and that IP address in that fiber box dictates where I'm searching from. So results were geared towards that search result. All right, so location is important. In this case, we did the same. I did a search for a pediatric dentist in Langhorne in this case, produced a couple different results. Growing Smiles wasn't open that day, so that wasn't even part of that answer. All right, but some others. Dr. B is doing well on Good Friday. He's got 3 different positions there. He's got an ad, his professional profile, and his business profile. And then I figured maybe some folks might want to eat seafood that day. So I have a seafood restaurant around Oxford Valley Mall, and I got these results based upon my location. Proximity to the searcher is one of the most important things. Is that profile verified already? Have I gone in and claimed it? All right, do I fit that category of the search? All of these parameters kind of go into that decision making of who's one of those 3 companies recommended there. Reviews are important. The goal is to kind of make it easier for clients to do reviews for you. So here's a way of getting a direct link to your reviews so you can publish it either on your website, give them a button to click on. Sometimes it's hard to kind of get those direct links. All right, so I encourage you to open up Google Chrome. One of the reasons why I asked you to install Google Chrome on your smartphone device. Go to the little corner of Google Chrome where they have the hamburger, or the 3 dots, the line vertically. It's called the hamburger. And you click on there, and there's an opportunity to open up an incognito tab. Everybody there yet? Okay. Then go to google.com and type in the name of your company as it appears on Google Local. Do you see your listing come up? Then what we'll do is we'll scroll to the Reviews tab, 3 over in this case. Scroll down to the stars. Tap that 5th star. So this is information not publicly available out there. So it's a good idea to do this if you want. And then you'll be encouraged to log in. All right? Don't log in, it's exactly what you want. You go up to the address bar. You tap the address bar. You may have to tap it a second time to get this little navigation to copy and share. So you want to copy that URL and then paste it in an email to yourself, or a text message to yourself, or a text message to somebody else to share it with everybody. And you'll end up with this long, ugly URL. All right. But if you go to a URL shortener, you can make that a nicer, prettier URL that you could use in the signature of your email, to include it in a button within a survey to somebody. There's a lot of ways you could use that. So in my case, I have a page, or it looks like a page, to reviews. If you were to type into the address bar, explorations.com/reviews, it would bring you to my Google My Business profile and open up a profile with a 5-star review already pre-populated. All you have to do is write a little bit of text. I just made it very easy for somebody to kind of give me reviews, all right? Or to present people with a shortened URL. What's the best way to get more positive reviews? I recommend put together a whole strategy. If reviews are so important, spend some quality time deciding what's the best way to kind of reach past customers who you know are very happy with your business, that might offer you a positive review. And to reach out to those folks in a very strategic way. You don't want to overstep bounds, so it's important to have a good positive strategy there without abusing the privilege of reaching somebody. The progress of getting new reviews must look natural. All right, although you're soliciting reviews, you don't want to end up with 200 reviews in one day. That sends up a red flag. Don't create fake reviews. It'll open up a negative door that you don't want to go through, and all of a sudden, bad things happen. You'll get banned from Google and everything else, at least from this. So don't go there, all right? Or you can include the text link within your email signature and just create a little bit of use the URL for text. Don't be shy. Ask for a review. If you're happy with my presentation today, I would encourage you all to go visit my page, explorations.com/reviews, and provide me with a positive review. All right, so ask for the reviews, especially when somebody just left your business. Post-service reviews are the best. To reach out to somebody within the 24 hours of visiting your operation or you servicing them for some reason, have a strategy to reach out to them. Ask them questions. How was your experience with our business? And that's the time to ask for a positive review when it's fresh in their mind. So images, I mentioned, were important. All right, Google Images get plenty of traction, and people love pictures. Within the Google My Business profile, they display pictures. Click through on pictures. And if you're not paying attention to your profile, others might be uploading photos and tagging your business. And if you have no other pictures in that profile, Google's going to use that picture. I encourage you to complete your profiles as much as possible. In the photos area, they'll ask you for branding. They'll ask for a cover photo, a profile photo, and a logo. They'll ask for a couple of interior photos, a couple of exterior photos, and a couple of team photos and other products or services. And if you complete that, it replaces Ms. Kwan's photo. It's a very nice maple tree in the corner of the building, but it probably doesn't represent the business as the way you might want to represent it. So it's easy to fix if you just spend a little bit of time with the photography and upload it. So, a way of fixing that. People are encouraged to add missing information. Right here, there's no business hours. So Google knows there's no business hours in this profile. They're asking others to update these profiles. If you're not attentive to that, they'll ask others to do that information. So be complete as you possibly can. And some of the other new features, you're able to message with clients via your cell phone. The adoption rate of this is not as much as they would like to see. You know, business owners are running businesses, so not necessarily sure they want to have somebody messaging all the times. But maybe you have a receptionist, or maybe you have a call center. There's a way of kind of managing it that way. You're able to take bookings online. All right. Some of the other things, everybody ever hear of local guides or saw the little tag, local guides? Okay, Jessica Sophia here is a local guide for Google. Probably been at this for a couple of years. She's a power user. She reviews a lot of things. She updates information. Google goes to her, would you like to check and confirm some additional information after she's done posting a new review? She is one of 75,000 and counting of these local guides. Anybody have Alexa at home? A couple folks? All right, well, they have their own database. Google has its own home assistant. They're utilizing this Google local database to provide you with answers to the questions that might be relevant to search. All right, they're also using their own search engine. Alexa has their own search entity. Not bad, you know, it's not as robust as Google might be. But they were first to market, and that makes a difference. Google surveys, if I want to deploy my products in Indonesia, I can survey folks that live in Indonesia to see if they would appreciate the products I sell. I can do that through Google surveys. If I want to establish, I want to reach out to 500 or 600 or 1,000 users at a particular destination, I can do that through Google surveys. And I'll kind of wrap up the end of my Google My Business profile with, you know, some important information. 7 frequently asked questions are being answered here on Search Engine Land's blog post. Sometimes I don't know how to get in touch with people. They make it hard for you to find people within the Google My Business entity. So there is a forum that you can connect with power users to answer some quick, easy questions. There's a telephone number to get some phone support. You can leave a message, they call you back. You're not going to get somebody on the phone. And you can reach out to them via Google My Business. And the last thing I wanted to share is, for those that want to do advertising, I have free money from Google to do that. So if you'd like to do some advertising within Google, here's $100 certificates that I have available to you if you're interested. Those are